newspaper, and I would have had to just read it that one day. I don't know. But, these abilities to do this kind of things. And I mean, meetup.com is actually a big hub for a lot of social things for me. I mean, there are so many groups, especially here in San Diego, that meet up on all the different interests and passions. So I don't have to just do it online. I can actually meet people and be with them in person as well as do it online. So, I mean, and then as you're finding and developing your passions, once you're able to figure out what they are, you can find out if this is something you can do for an online business. It's just, again, just a fascinating time because we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about working on this documentary right now, and the only reason I'm doing, that's something I've wanted to do in the back of my mind, but the only reason I'm doing it right now with this particular program and class here in Portland is because one night I happened to be, going stir crazy at home and needed something to do, and a quick internet search, told me, hey, there's this little film festival and it starts in a half hour and it's here, in Portland. And so it's like, oh, awesome, I'm going to go to that. And yeah, I mean, so a quick search on the internet led me to that, led me to find out about this organization, led me to find out about their classes, led me to sign up for the classes. And now here I am doing something I've always wanted to do, which is to make a short film. So, that is pretty amazing that those things are right at your fingertips. And it's important to find those things. Obviously, I mean, we talk about life balance so you don't get all sucked up into your business. And I mean, it goes back to lifestyle design. And okay, well, if you want to design your business so that you can have a life that you want, well, what do you want to do with that life? I mean, when you're to the point, if it's not 40 or 60 hours a week that you're working, let's say it's only 20, what do you want to do with the other parts? What are the other things that, the passions and interests that you want to cultivate? And,
yeah, definitely.
So, a lot of great resources online to help you do that. Number 5, awesome thing brought by online business and just technology and things today is location independence. And, this has definitely been hit home for me over the last year and a half, couple of years, living in New York, moving to Buenos Aires, Argentina, traveling around the States for a while, now being in Portland. But, even, walking in the street or when I'm commuting on the train and I flip open my iPhone and I check a few emails or read a few blogs and bookmark a few things I want to share on my blog later, or I'm always getting things done on the go if I need to, and claiming that downtime. But most of all, it's being able to live wherever we want. And we moved to Portland because this is a city that we wanted to experience. And we almost moved back to New York, and that's still somewhere we want to go. But, we were free to decide. I mean, within a very short window of time, we're talking within a few days, we decided, you know what? We want to stay in Portland for another year. And so here we are. And it just doesn't matter. It doesn't affect us in the slightest because we've organized our life in such a way that we can live here. We can live in Portland. We could have gone to Panama to live for 6 months if we wanted to, because, all the tools and things that allow you to work from just about anywhere today. I mean, everyone that we work with for Internet Business Mastery, they're all located around the world, everywhere from the Philippines to Canada to other places in the United States, and even in the UK sometimes. And, IM chat and Skype and all these, and email and all these things, we just, our business keeps running wherever you or I happen to be located, which is completely awesome.
Yeah, this is very, very cool. I was just going to list a couple of places, and maybe you can too, that also play a role as my office. Okay, so number 1,
Nice.
The beach.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, literally, really, the beach. I go out sometimes with my laptop and sit out there. Now, I happen to be close enough that I can still get my internet at the beach, so that helps.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wow. So you sit on the beach and you still got wireless. That's so you don't even have to sign up for like a Verizon or Sprint card or anything like that. Like you still
No, I don't have that at all.
That's amazing.
Also, the airport. And now that's not quite as great, but at least while I'm sitting there waiting for something, I can work if I want to or do whatever I need to do. Salt Lake, when I'm in Salt Lake visiting family, my dad's house, my mom's house, my brother's house, visiting my sister. Every one of these places, if I needed them to be, or if I'm staying with them, those are my office. When I was in Belize on a scuba diving trip, That is now my office if I'm there. Again, with iPhones and even laptop. Now, unfortunately, Belize, their internet access was a little spotty, but I was still able to get my emails out that I needed to that one particular day. Now, normally I don't want to be on a vacation having to work, but I do have the option of taking care of things very quickly if I want to. And I mean, I could go on and on and on. I mean, even on the airplane, if I need to, I can be accessing the world at any given time. I mean, sometimes we take these things for granted, but I just wanted to mention that that's an incredible upside to an online business. I'm not stuck in, I don't know, Wisconsin somewhere because that's the only place where this job is. And let's say I don't want to be there. I don't like snow. I really don't. Obviously, that's why I live in San Diego. But if that was the only place where my job was, that's my life. And now we're in a position with this online business thing too. You can absolutely tailor your life as much as humanly possible to exactly the way you want it. And that is awesome.
What is it again? It's awesome. And you know what's awesome is that now the trend is you can fly in a seat through the air and still get internet access because
has everybody seen that YouTube video yet?
Oh, you definitely got to. That was a good one. But yeah, I mean, now the airlines are, now they're starting to put Wi-Fi, which I don't know, actually may be a downside because sometimes it forces me to not have the internet and to sit down with a pen and paper and think some things through. But
now you'll have the option.
I mean, that's still pretty cool. 30,000 feet above the earth, and you can get internet access. I mean, that's pretty cool. That is pretty awesome. All right, so that's location independence. That was number 5. What do you got for number 6?
Well, okay, it's what we're calling Longtail Media and Technology. And what I mean by this is we now have the ability to produce and consume information in written form, audio form, video form, even watch and consume from our phones. We can actually create it from our phones if we've got video on the phones, and we can consume the information standing in line at the bank. I watch the exact video content I want to while I'm on the elliptical machine at the gym. I don't have to watch the one big TV that has CNN or something I have no particular interest in. I can at all times be involved in consuming information or entertainment that I want. That's awesome. Again, it's about freedom. Like the big thing for me in my life, the top definite major purposes for me is freedom. And that even includes not having to watch commercials if I don't. I mean, like just every aspect of my life is chosen by me. I can actually hardly believe it when I see people standing in line doing nothing. This blows me away. Or like last time I was on a plane, I had, got the iPhone going, listening to something, and I looked around and 90% of the plane was just sitting there waiting for us to land. Not talking, not reading, just sitting there. I was like, what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. And again, like even being able to, the way I consume my entertainment now, I don't have to watch commercials. Now, when I go home and let's say I'm hanging out with my dad and we're talking and then we decide to watch something on TV, I have to freeze the television with the DVR and talk for maybe 15, 20 minutes so that when I start playing it, I can skip the commercials because it makes me insane. and I keep asking him, I'm like, how come you don't just record these things instead of, and he's like, well, I'm just used to the commercials. And I'm like, what? That's 2.5 minutes, every couple of minutes that you're losing watching things that you have no interest in. That just blows me away. One of the other things is you now have the ability to be more in charge of your time and what you see than ever before. Again, like that's the whole long tail thing. Like I don't have to just go to the movie theater and watch the 5 movies that are out. I can be very specific with every aspect of my life. I mean, now I consume information because of the way the technology is now and because we're in a world of long tail media.